Hi, um, good afternoon. My name is Bidemi and welcome to Online School of Personal Finance. And today's going to be very interesting, very knowledgeable, and I'm sure you're going to have a very good day. Let's see our first viewer, then we go straight to the teachings of today. We go straight to the teachings of today. So today I will be sharing with you on um, basic personal finance tips that you can use for every day, that you can use for your daily growth, your daily development. Also, I wanted to also mention that nothing in life actually stands on its own. There's nothing that you can single-handedly just say, okay, this is standing on its own. Everything that will become welcome Abada Gudosi, so good to see you. Everything that will become um, is functions together, is connected. Everything that works around us is actually connected. So I'll be sharing so many vital things um, as regards personal finance and success, and the basic principles that forms us generally. So I'm going to go straight away. I won't be able to mention names. I'm just going to teach straight. That's very important. Number one, number one, if you work legitimately, I think I have to, okay. If you work legitimately, then you deserve to be paid. I'm coming. I think I have to use my earphones. Just a second. Okay, let me just continue. I think there's some noise around. So if you work legitimately, you deserve to be paid. Thank you so much, Adegboyega. Thank you. A laborer is worthy of his wages. Why I'm saying that is because some employers make people think that when they work and they get paid, you are doing them a favor. No, your sweat, your time is involved, your personality is involved, your life, your time is involved. And like I usually say to you, your time is your life. Remember that I usually say that. So if you do your work legitimately, then you deserve to be paid. You deserve to be paid because a laborer, I got that from the Bible, a laborer is worthy of his wages. So if you work, you deserve to be paid. Number two, the second point is, it is very difficult in life to get great things done without some elements of risk. It is very difficult to get whatever things you want to achieve without. So, and I went further to say that sometimes in life, you have got to throw yourself out there to get the best out of life. You've got to be willing to take some risk for what you believe in. You have to be willing to take some risk for what you want to become. You have to be willing to take some risk for what you want to achieve, for your heart desires of what is really impressed in your heart. So it's difficult to achieve great things without some elements of risk. So risk in itself is life. Everything we do on a daily basis involves risk, making decisions, whether they are profitable or not profitable. Making viable decisions involves risk. So it's difficult to get things done without some elements of risk. The third point, don't be carried away by the news or by activities that talks about this person is the richest person in the world, this person is this person is acquiring this person just bought a new car and all that. One of the things you should focus on is focus squarely on your calling. Focus absolutely on your calling. Let there be a deep focus of what you personally, what you want to achieve in life. So don't be carried away by noise. Don't be carried away by activities. Don't be carried away by mundane things. Don't be carried away by things that don't really add value to you. At every point in time, you must sit down to reflect to be sure you are on the right. And like I said, one of the things you should never lose of is don't lose sight of your calling. Don't lose sight of your purpose. Don't lose sight of your vision. Don't lose sight of your dreams. It's very important. Number four, opportunities will not tell you when they're going to come around. Opportunities won't let you know that, oh, I'm coming around today, so you got to prepare because I'm coming around. No, life is not structured that way. So because opportunities won't let you know when it's coming around, one of the things you need to do is you need to consistently prepare on a daily basis before the opportunity knocks up. So that when the opportunity knocks, you are fully prepared. You are fully prepared to take up the challenge. You are fully prepared to do the best job you need to do. You are fully prepared to give your best. Why? Because you are fully equipped. You are prepared. You have given your time to consistent study, to consistent research, to consistent growth. So opportunities will not let you know when it's coming. It will never let you know that it's around the corner. But what you need to do is, even if you are not seeing those results now, or you are not seeing those things you want to see now, ensure that you give yourself to consistent and a daily preparation. Why? Because opportunities will definitely come around for those who prepare. Number five, when it comes to money, never lend what you are not ready to lose, or never lend what you are not ready to lose. So if someone is asking you for funds, money, you must have the mindset that if you lose it, such funds, it's not going to affect your relationship with that person. One, also have a mindset that if you don't get that money back, it's not going to get you worried. So the point I'm trying to put across is, give what you can lose. Give what you can lose so that it does not bother you too much. So never lend what you are not ready to lose. Don't lend money that you know is meant for your certain project that you are meant to carry out. Don't go and lend out the fees that belongs to your kids. Don't lend out things that you know, your money that you know that it's for your investment. It's for things that are very vital. Because if you lose it, it's going to really hurt you. It's really going to pain you. So never lend out what you are not ready to lose. Number six, the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. Not money in itself. The love, when there's love, it simply means there's emotional attachment. It simply means a larger portion of yourself is into that particular thing. So it's not money in itself that propagates evil. It is the love of it and what's involved, human beings. It's we humans that spend money. So when you love money, you would want to do everything to get it. You want to give everything that belongs to you just to get it. So money is important in our lives. Money is important in our day-to-day activities. Money is important to get things done. But like I usually say, like I usually teach, ensure you have no emotional attachment to it. You are only allowed to spend money from your head. Never allow money into your heart. That's one of the things I spoke about the last time. Never allow money into your heart, because your heart is meant for precious things, for things that are noble, for things that are sound. Your heart is meant for love. Your heart is meant for purity. Your heart is meant for kindness. It's meant for compassion. It's meant for empathy. So the love of money is what actually pushes people to do things they are not meant to do for money. And look at our world today. Almost everybody is running helter-skelter. I want to make this. I want to make this. I just want to have this. I just want to buy this. Nobody's actually sitting down to ask themselves, what is the basis of what I am doing? So number seven, do not be driven by survival mentality. Do not be driven by survival mentality. Survival mentality is fear-based. Anytime you are driven by fear, you are driven by survival. Your mindset is meant to thrive. Your mindset is meant to function based on a thriving mentality. I wrote here that those who are fear-driven are always afraid about what if something goes wrong. So if you are always asking yourself about what if something goes wrong, what is going to happen to me? Am I going to survive? Am I going to live well? Am I going to buy this? Am I going to have this? That is a survivor mentality. Instead of you thinking about what will go wrong, ask yourself the question, what will go right? What will go well for me? What are those things that will go well if I take the right step, or if I take the step I'm about to take? So you have to work on your mindset. You have to work on the way you think. You have to work on ensure that you are not living your life based on a survival mentality or on a survival instinct. Only animals live like that. It's only animals that live by instinct. We humans are not meant to live by instinct. So do not be driven by survival mentality. Let your mentality be healthy enough to thrive. Number eight, the key to saving is never to spend money on what you can do without. The key to saving is never to spend money on what you can do without. So many people complain, I don't know how to save. I don't know how to save a portion of my income. What do I do? One of the things you are meant to do is you are meant to work on your spending ability, on spending money on the things you can do without. So once you know you can do without something, then you can avoid spending money on it. You can avoid spending money on such resources. So the key to saving is never to spend money on what you can do without. Number nine, learn to maximize your time, your talent, and your resources. Learn to maximize your time, your talent, and your resources. Those three things: your time, your talent, and your resources. Your time, your talent, and your resources. Your time is your life. Your time is everything. Time is life in itself. So like I always usually say, if you waste time, therefore you waste life. You should be accountable for how you spend your minutes, your seconds, your day as a whole. Your talent, that's what God has given to you. It's peculiar to you. It's something you can do so well. So ask yourself, what is it I can do so well, and maximize it. And your resources, one of the things you should avoid is avoid waste. Avoid waste. Avoid losing what you have. For example, if you don't use any of your resources very well, you're going to lose it. If you don't manage your money very well, you're going to lose it. If you don't manage your investment very well, you might lose it. If you don't manage your talent and your gifts, you might not lose it, but you can never, because it's not refined, it can't benefit anybody. It can't even benefit you. So learn to maximize your time, your talent, and your resources. Number 10, godliness and contentment is great gain. Godliness and contentment is great gain. The reason why we have a lot of chaos, a lot of troubles, a lot of trauma in our world is because of greed. Greed to have money, greed of resources, greed of materialism, greed of power. So you have to learn to be contented with what you have. You need to have that kind of mindset that, what do I do with what I have? What can I do with the resources that I have at my hand of recent? So the kind of mentality is that don't focus on what you don't have. Focus on what you have to be able to get what you don't have. Focus on what you have to be able to multiply it into what you think that you need, or what you think that is more beneficial to you. So godliness and contentment is great gain. If we are contented as nations and as individuals, hardly would you find poor people around our environment. Why? Because we are contented and we are willing to share what we have. We are contented and we are willing to share what we have. That's number 10. I'm going to close with number 11. It says, seek to become a person of value. Seek to become a person of value. Ask yourself a question. What value are you giving to our world? What value are you giving to people that are coming around? From the words that you speak, from the associations that you have, from the gatherings you find yourself, from the meetings you find yourself, from everywhere that you go. What value are you bringing to the table? It simply means that if you are not giving value, it simply means that one is a liability to a nation. Anyone who is not giving value to his nation, anyone who is not giving value to people, who is not giving, is not impacting people's life positively, is not contributing anything to the table, it's a liability to any nation. So what value are you bringing to the table? What value are you bringing to the table? Thank you so much for your time. And as you go this week, one of the things you are meant to do is pay attention to your gift. What you know that you can do so well. That's where your wealth is. That's where your money is. That's where the money you are looking for, that's where it is. So put your energy into it. Put your time into it, because it's something that God has naturally given to you. So put your time to it. Put your energy into it. Put your resources into it. Put yourself into it. Be 100% committed to it, and you're going to see what is going to come out of it. Thank you so much, and please let's go and share this. I love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Queen Chinwe, Raphael Obayelu, I see you. Brumer Franklin, Munir Alva, Mrs. Bossede, I see you. Queen Sheon Yaya, Adegboyega, Abedagodos. Thank you so much. I'm going to share this. I'm going to see you next week. Bye and God bless.